Hello everyone. Welcome back in part 2 of Basics of Chemistry, trying to make chemistry easier. In today's video, we will be trying to understand the concept of atomic and molecular mass and the related topics. So, without any delay, let us start with atomic mass. Now, as our knowledge of the chemical world continued to grow, a question that confronted chemists was, what is the relative weight of the atoms of different elements? How to express these weights? It was but natural to ask how much an atom of sodium or potassium or chlorine, or you can take magnesium or any other element, would weigh. The answer to such question was given in the form of relative weight of the atom, expressed in terms of their atomic weight. Now remember that the atom is a very small particle. It is exceptionally small, and as a result, to calculate the absolute weight of an atom will be very difficult. So the actual measurement are made on a relative scale or a relative basis rather than an absolute basis. Now, when we say relative basis, basically we are trying to compare the atomic weight or the weight of one element with respect to some other element, which we called as a reference element. So, when we say atomic weight, what we meant or what we mean is a number that says how much heavy an atom of a particular element is compared to an atom of another element taken as a reference. So that is basically an atomic weight. Now the big question was, what should be that reference element with which we compare the atomic weight of the other elements? In the quest of finding the reference, in 1961, IUPAC recommended the use of isotope of carbon with mass number 12 as the standard reference for measuring atomic mass. Okay, so atomic mass is nothing but the number which represent how many times it is heavier than the reference atom, which is nothing but the carbon 12 isotope. Now let us move into the definition and try to see what do we mean by atomic mass. So atomic mass of an element is the number of times an atom of that element is heavier than 1/12 the mass of that of carbon 12 isotope, or we call it 1 AMU. So what is atomic mass? As I have told you, it is the number of times it is heavier than the reference element. In our case, the reference element is carbon 12, and not the whole carbon 12, but we are taking the 1/12 of the mass of carbon 12 as the reference to measure the atomic mass, which we call it as 1 AMU also. So 1 AMU is nothing but 1/12 of mass of C12 isotope. Now, let us take an example. Atomic mass of sodium is 23U, which we know. So what basically it tells us? It tells us that an atom of sodium is 23 times heavier than 1 AMU. To understand this 1 AMU clearly, let us try to take it in a diagrammatic representation. Let us say that this is a carbon 12 isotope. Okay. Now what we are trying to do is we are trying to divide it into 12 equal parts. Okay. So if I divide into 12 equal part, each part will be 1/12 of mass of C12. So if I take that 1/12 part of one atom of C12, that will be nothing but equal to 1 AMU. I hope now you are clear with the concept of 1 AMU. So 1 AMU is the 1/12 mass, which is equal to 1/12 of the mass of C12 isotope. Okay. Now, when we say 1 AMU, what we are trying to say is it is equal to 1/12 of mass of carbon-12 isotope. Now the question is, what is the actual value of 1 AMU in grams, which is a very common unit for us to calculate the mass. So if we try to express 1 AMU in grams, what do we need to know is what is the actual weight of carbon-12. So the mass of carbon-12 is equal to 1.992648 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. It is very, very less or small. Now, to calculate 1 AMU, I need to take 1/12 of this particular mass. So if I take 1/12 of this, that is 1 AMU, will be equal to 1/12 of mass of carbon-12, which is 1.992648 into 10 to the power minus 23 grams, which comes out to be 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. So 1 AMU is actually equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams, which we take as a reference to calculate the atomic weight. So when I say atomic weight of hydrogen is 1 AMU, what I mean is that the weight of one atom of hydrogen is 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. When I say that atomic weight of oxygen is 16, what do I mean is it is 16 times of 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. Instead of saying 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams, we use a common unit which we called as 1 AMU. Let us move into some of the atomic mass of the elements. So I have given the atomic mass of the elements of the first 30 element, which all of the students in science stream must know. These are the basics which all of the students must know, so that whatever the topics they encounter which uses atomic weight, they will be able to do it in a very easy way. So knowing atomic weight at least till atomic 30 is a must for all the science student. So if I go for the elements, hydrogen is 1, helium is 4, lithium is 7, beryllium is 9, boron is 10, carbon is 12, nitrogen is 14, oxygen is 16, fluorine is 19, neon is 20, sodium is 23, magnesium is 24, aluminium is 27, silicon is 28, phosphorus is 31, sulfur will be 32, chlorine is 35.5, argon 40, potassium 39, calcium 40, scandium 45, titanium 48, vanadium 51, chromium 52, manganese 55, iron 56, cobalt 59, nickel 58.7, copper 63.5 and zinc 65.3. At least this 30 element must be known by all the students who are in science stream. That is a must for all the students. Apart from this, you can know the rest of the element also. It's not that you have to know only this, you can go beyond this also, but at least till atomic number 30, every science student must know this. Now, moving for another topic, that is molecular mass. So now the concept of molecular mass is exactly same as atomic mass. Now what we know about atomic mass is that it is the number of times heavier than 1 AMU. Molecular mass is the number of times a molecule of a substance is heavier than 1 AMU. The only difference is over there an atom of an element was heavier than 1 AMU. Over here a molecule of a substance is heavier than 1 AMU. The other concept remains exactly same. So molecular mass of a substance is nothing but the number of times it is heavier than 1/12 of the mass of carbon-12 isotope, which is nothing but equal to 1 AMU. Like for example, molecular mass of H2O is 18U. So what basically we mean is that it is 18 times heavier than 1 AMU. Now a big question is how to calculate the molecular mass. Now it is a must that all the students in science stream must know how to calculate the molecular mass. Molecular mass of a substance can be obtained by adding atomic mass of all the atoms present in the molecule of the substance. So if you have a molecule of a substance, you add the atomic weight of all the elements present in it. What you get is molecular mass. Like for example, molecular mass of NH3 will be equal to molecular mass of nitrogen plus 3 times of molecular atomic mass of hydrogen, because there are 3 hydrogen. So if I add 14 is the atomic mass of nitrogen and 3 into 1, that is nothing but 3 times of hydrogen. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, so 3 into 1, which will give you 17. So that is nothing but molecular mass of NH3. Coming for more examples, let us take potassium chlorate, KClO3. Molecular mass will be K, potassium is 39, chlorine is 35.5 and oxygen is 3 times, so 3 into 16, which will give you 122.5 U. So 1 molecule of KClO3 is 122.5 times heavier than 1 AMU. Glucose, which is very common, C6H12O6, molecular mass will be 6 into 12. 6 is nothing but carbon, 12, okay, is the atomic weight of carbon, 12 number of hydrogen and atomic weight of hydrogen is 1, 6 is the number of oxygen and 16 is the atomic weight of oxygen. So if I add this, what I get is 180 U. That means 1 molecule of glucose is 180 times heavier than 1 AMU. So let us move into our last topic, that is gram atomic and gram molecular mass. Now atomic mass expressed in gram is known as gram atomic mass. So in a very simple way, if you replace the U and put G, grams, in any atomic weight or molecular weight, basically atomic weight, when you say gram atomic weight, okay, that is nothing but gram atomic mass. So for example, atomic mass of sodium is 23U. So instead of 23U, I replace it with G, 23 grams, express it in grams, then it becomes gram atomic mass. Similarly, molecular mass expressed in grams is called gram molecular mass. Like if I take any molecule, let's say water only, which is 18U, if I replace U by G, that means express it in grams, that becomes gram molecular mass. Now, very much confused with actually by the student, gram atom and gram molecule. So what do we mean by gram atom and gram molecule? Almost same with gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. It is the amount of an element having mass equal to gram atomic mass. So if I give you an amount of an element which is numerically equal to the atomic mass in grams, then that much quantity or amount is nothing but gram atom of the element. Like for example, 1 gram atom of hydrogen is equal to 1 gram. 1 gram atom of carbon is equal to 12 gram. Why? Because 12 gram is nothing but gram atomic mass of carbon. So if we take a quantity which is numerically equal to the gram atomic mass of that particular element, then that much is known as 1 gram atom. Similarly, the amount of the substance having mass equal to gram molecular mass is called 1 gram molecule of the substance. For example, 1 gram molecule of water is 18 gram, because 18 gram is the gram molecular mass of water. So instead of saying 18 gram of water, I can say 1 gram molecule of water, which means the same thing. Instead of saying 44 gram of carbon dioxide, I can say 1 gram molecule of carbon dioxide. Okay. So that is what actually we mean by gram atom and gram molecule. So whenever anyone say gram atom of a particular element, it means the gram molecule atomic or molecular mass of that particular atom or molecule. So that is how we can understand the gram atom or gram molecule and overall the atomic mass and molecular mass of an element and a substance. So thank you everyone. Do subscribe for this channel for explanation on various topics in chemistry.